Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Target Loot today for Friday, November 20th. In this series, we cover the Target Loot map, Dark Zone exclusives, highlights for the weekly vendors, build and farming suggestions, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy this video, consider rating it with a thumbs up, and of course, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon so you never miss a daily or build video. And remember to comment below if you have any questions. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get this morning started. Alright, agents, well, we got a lot going on today, so this is a really good day to farm for some DZ exclusives. So first off, in the DZ West, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. We got the Dark Zone West vendor with the rock and roll shotgun with perfectly extra. Definitely pick that up this week. It's 152 DZ resources, and it's a really fun shotgun. Fully automatic, 30 rounds, definitely worth picking up. And if you would like to, you can pick up the Hollow Man mask as well. That gives you an extra 8% damage to health baked right into it. It's a Y'all mask, a named one that's DZ exclusive. So that might be something you want to pick up as well. Now for the highlight for today, we got in DZ South, submachine guns finally in the Dark Zone. So all you guys that are looking for the Dark Winter with Perfect Killer and the Apartment with Perfectly Measured, both of those are highly worth farming for. They're amazing weapons, and I've used them for the past, 5 build videos. I'll put an example of my favorite one in the top right now. It shreds through content so fast. Just absolutely probably my favorite weapon in the game is the Dark Winter and the Apartment as well. Otherwise, you can farm Murakami and DZ East for those Emperor's Guard knee pads with 1% armor regen. That's it though for the Dark Zones. I mean, that's a lot though. So I would highly suggest running DZ South today for sure. Alright, let's go check out the north side. Alright, agents, we're over here on the north side, Target Loot highlights. And first off, we got a few gear sets, alright? We got strikers at Camp White Oak. Now, most people run that for the 3-piece strikers for that extra rate of fire, like on a Merciless build, for instance. We got holsters at Coney Island Amusement Park. There are 3 holsters that you can get in the outside of the Dark Zone. 2 of them are exotics. That would be the Imperial Dynasty holster and the Dodge City holster. And then, of course, you can get the Forge holster that gives you an extra 50% shield health, a whole extra skill tier to your shield. Coney Island is open for another 3 days, and the Summit, you pick your own targeted loot. So let's check out the west side. Alright, agents, so let's go ahead and get started with the west side now. Let's see, the first stuff we got is the gear set. So I'll have an infographic on the left where everything is, but ongoing directive, West Potomac Park. This is a great bleed build. I'll put in the bottom left overlay. And then True Patriot at Constitutional Hall is definitely worth farming for. And you also got like 3 control points that are manhunts that you could farm for as well here. Now, I'll put a build in the top right that utilizes True Patriot in the best way possible, and it also utilizes the Dark Winter. So if you have, can pick one up today, then definitely mix that with the True Patriot build I got, which I'll put also in the bottom left overlay as well. And then, of course, we got Bank HQ Future Initiative. That's a good healer build. So usually you want to run like 4 pieces with Safeguard backpack and usually an Alp Summit chest with Empathetic Resolve. Otherwise, the chest and backpack are raid exclusive for the Iron Horse raid. So unless you haven't done that, you won't have them. That looks like it for the gear sets. We also got Negotiator's Dilemma at Roosevelt Island. It's a great DPS set for ARs, LMGs, and SMGs. And I got a double LMG build. It's pretty cool. I ran it for quite a while in TU10. If you want to check it out, I'll put it in the top right card. Otherwise, for the normal loot, we got Grupo Sombro at West End. Now, 1 piece for that 15% crit hit damage is for DPS builds. And then 2 pieces is for explosive skill damage builds because you get that 15% explosives damage. We got Douglas and Harding at Foggy Bottom, so you can get the Punch Drunk mask. That's a named mask that gives you an extra 20% headshot damage baked right into it for a good headshot build. You can mix with the Chain Killer chest piece. And then we got Assault Rifles at Downtown West. This is where you could farm for the exotic Chameleon. Now that one has Adaptive Instincts. It just shreds through content, and you can also mix it with the True Patriot build I have. And just swap out the Sokolov chest for a Fenris chest with Intimidate on it. Otherwise, you can go ahead and grab some named ARs. So that would be like the Mechanical Animal, the Burnout, and the Maniac. And then, of course, the best assault rifles in this game would be like the Military AKM. Personally, my favorite, the FAMAS, shreds through content really fast, and the Police M4. We got gloves at DCDHQ. So, of course, I believe this is invaded as well this week. So you can go ahead and get the BTSU gloves, even if it isn't invaded. You can farm for it. And I would recommend Petrov over here in East Mall if you want to get the Contractor's Gloves with 8% damage to armor. Those go great on LMG builds. And of course, stacking them with damage to armor from 2 pieces of Walker Harrison Co. Best day probably to get a rifle would be at Lincoln Memorial today. There's 3 bosses, fast farming mission. You know, you can get the Diamondback and Merciless exotic rifles, which are pretty good. But of course, what you want is a good classic M1A. Best rifle damage to put on that would be Boomerang, Rifleman, or Ranger. All 3 of those are amazing depending on your skill and abilities and what you find most comfortable. And of course, you could get the Baker's Dozen with Perfect Lucky Shot as well. And yeah, that looks to be about it for the highlights for the west side. Let's go check out what we got on the east side. Alright, agents, we're over here on the east side Target Loot highlights. So starting off with the gear sets, we got aces and eights at Jefferson Plaza. So of course, what you want to do is mix 3 pieces aces and eights, 2 pieces of Aralda Holding, which you can get at Tidal Basin today, and then 1 piece Chain Killer that you could farm Walker Harrison Co. for. And that is a really, really hard-hitting headshot damage build. Usually you can get about 20 million if you have the Mantis. And of course, the Mantis you farm MMRs for to get. Now, you got Eclipse Protocol, a Capitol Building Stronghold. That is an amazing fire damage build. You want to mix 4 pieces with the Imperial Dynasty or Biomass, and 1 piece of Golan gear that you could farm for at American History today. Light machine guns at Judiciary Square, you could farm for the exotic Bullet King and the exotic Pestilence. I think the exotic Pestilence is highly worth farming for more than the Bullet King, but they're both pretty dang good. Otherwise, you can get a named LMG like one of these in the bottom left corner, like the Carnage, the Sleipner, which you can craft at the White House, all sorts of named LMGs. You got shotguns at Federal Triangle, so you can get the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun, which has the Sandman talent. One hit kill any NPC that's below an elite, like a red or purple. Otherwise, my personal favorite shotguns and the best shotguns in the game would be the Mop with 10% armor on kill, the Custom M870, and of course the Marine Super 90. We got Providence Defense at Viewpoint Museum. You can pick up the Sacrifice with Perfect Glass Cannon, a chest piece that amplifies all damage by 30%, but all incoming damage to you by 60%. It's multiplicative damage for and against you. It's a big risk, but a big reward. It just depends on what you like to do with it. Sokolov at Jefferson Trade Center for all my SMG players out there if you need a good vest or chest piece. For a vest, I would choose, Intimidate or Obliterate. And for the backpack, you can't beat Adrenaline Rush or Vigilance. Alright, agents, that looks about it. I'll check out Hana-Yu right here at Space Admin for the Force Multiplier backpack. That gives you perfect combined arms. An extra 30% skill damage every 3 seconds that you can land the shot on an NPC or player. And then last up, Hunter's Fury at District Union Arena. I got an amazing build I'll put in the top right card that utilizes Hunter's Fury. 4-piece with the Death Grips, and of course, 1 piece of Sokolov, the Memento. Alright guys, let's go check out what we got in New York City Target Loot highlights last. Alright agents, last up we got New York City Target Loot highlights, and I'll start off with the only gear set we got, Foundry Bulwark. Now, I don't know much about the set to be totally honest. I never ever use it, but I'll try it out, in the next coming days and try to get an understanding of it more. I used it in the PTS a long time ago for an armor, regen build, and that was it. And I didn't really like it, but I remember the chest and backpack are raid exclusive, so remember that. Otherwise, for the normal targeted loot, we got MMRs of Financial District. So, of course, you can get the Mantis exotic, which is a great exotic for those headshot damage builds with the Chain Killer chest piece. And then what I would recommend for a named MMR would be the White Death or the Ekim's Long Stick with Perfect Ranger on it. You got Overlord at Liberty Island. You can get the Fox's Prayer knee pads. They give you 8% damage to targets out of cover. That's multiplicative damage, the best type of damage in this game. You can refarm the Memento right here at Battery Park if you already have it from the Season 3 rewards. Walker Harrison Co. at Pathway Park if you need that Chain Killer chest piece with Perfect Headhunter on it. And then Badger Tough over here at Civic Center. That's where you can farm for the 0S chest piece with Perfect Unbreakable. An excellent chest piece, and I got a build video I'll put in the top right that utilizes that. The last part of this would be chest pieces at Stranded Tanker. You can farm for 2 exotic chest pieces, the Tardigrade and then the Ridgeway's Pride. But of course the Ridgeway's Pride, you need to complete the project first. You can get the project at Summit, and then it comes in 2 stages. So after you complete those 2 stages of the project, then you can finally get the Ridgeway's Pride, or just farm with someone like me who has it and ask nicely if they can drop it for you. Alright agents, well that was the target loot for today. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed my content. If you would like to become a member for support and exclusive perks, you can click the join button below to further support my dream of being a full-time content creator. You can also grab some Shadow Gaming merch by clicking the link in the pinned comment and video description below. I lowered the prices across the board and got a promo code going for until November 30th. And that's for free shipping. That's an $8 savings, I believe. Otherwise, you can support me on alt tech like Patreon, Subscribestar, Storyfire, BitChute. But really, if you're still watching this video right now to the end, thank you. That really is the best way to support me. And if you use an ad blocker, whitelist me. Take care, agents, and be sure to stay tuned for more daily Division 2 content. This is Agent Shadow signing off. I will see you in the next video. Take care, agents.